Venezuela, officially the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, is a federal republic located on the northern coast of South America. It is bordered by Colombia on the west, Brazil on the south, Guyana on the east, and the islands of Trinidad and Tobago to the northwest. Venezuela's territory covers around 916,445 square kilometers with an estimated population around 33,221,865. Venezuela is considered a state with extremely high biodiversity, with habitats ranging from the Andes Mountains in the west to the Amazon Basin rainforest in the south, via extensive Llanos plains and Caribbean coast in the center and the Orinoco River Delta in the east. The country faces severe social and economic problems, such as high inflation, shortage of basic goods in the markets, high criminality and media censorship. The territory currently known as Venezuela was colonized by Spain in 1522 amid resistance from indigenous peoples. In 1811, it became one of the first Spanish-American colonies to declare independence, which was not securely established until 1821, when Venezuela was a department of the Federal Republic of Gran Colombia. It gained full independence as a separate country in 1830. During the 19th century, Venezuela suffered political turmoil and autocracy, remaining dominated by regional caudillos until the mid-20th century. Since 1958, the country has had a series of democratic governments. Economic shocks in the 1980s and 1990s led to several political crises, including the deadly Caracazo riots of 1989, 2 attempted coups in 1992, and the impeachment of President Carlos Andrés Pérez for embezzlement of public funds in 1993. A collapse in confidence in the existing parties saw the 1998 election of former coup-involved career officer Hugo Chavez and the launch of the Bolivarian Revolution, which is a type of socialist revolution, beginning with a 1999 Constituent Assembly to write a new constitution of Venezuela. This new constitution officially changed the name of the country to República Bolivariana de Venezuela. Venezuela is a federal presidential republic consisting of 23 states, the capital district, and federal dependencies. Venezuela also claims all Guyanese territory west of the Essequibo River, a 159,500 square kilometer tract dubbed Guayana Essequibo or the Zona en Reclamation. Venezuela is among the most urbanized countries in Latin America. The vast majority of Venezuelans live in the cities of the north, especially in the capital, which is also the largest city in Venezuela. Since the discovery of oil in the early 20th century, Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves and has been one of the world's leading exporters of oil. Previously an underdeveloped exporter of agricultural commodities such as coffee and cocoa, oil quickly came to dominate exports and government revenues. The 1980s oil glut led to an external debt crisis and a long-running economic crisis, in which inflation peaked at 100% in 1996 and poverty rates rose to 66% in 1995 as per capita GDP fell to the same level as 1963, down a third from its 1978 peak. The recovery of oil prices in the early 2000s gave Venezuela oil funds not seen since the 1980s. The Venezuelan government then initiated populist, revisionist policies that initially boosted the Venezuelan economy and increased social spending, significantly reducing economic inequality and poverty. Such populist policies were questioned since their initiation, and the overdependence on oil funds led to overspending on social programs, while strict government policies, which were initially supposed to prevent capital flight, created difficulties for Venezuela's import-reliant businesses. Venezuela under Hugo Chavez suffered one of the worst cases of Dutch disease in the world due to the Bolivarian government's large dependence on oil sales. Poverty and inflation began to increase into the 2010s. Nicolas Maduro was elected in 2013 after the death of Chavez. Venezuela devalued its currency in February 2013 due to the rising shortages in the country, with shortages in Venezuela including milk, flour, and other necessities, and malnutrition then increasing, especially among children. In 2014, Venezuela entered an economic recession. In 2015, Venezuela had the world's highest inflation rate, with the rate surpassing 100%, becoming the highest in the country's history. Economic problems, as well as crime and corruption, were some of the main causes of the 2014-15 Venezuelan protests, which left more than 40 protesters killed. Etymology. According to the most popular and accepted version, in 1499, an expedition led by Alonso de Ojeda visited the Venezuelan coast. The stilt houses in the area of Lake Maracaibo reminded the navigator, Amerigo Vespucci, of the city of Venice, so he named the region Venezuela. The name acquired its current spelling as a result of Spanish influence, where the suffix uela is used as a diminutive term. Thus, the term's original sense would have been that of Little Venice. The German term for the area, Klein Venedig, also means Little Venice. However, Martin Fernandez de Encisa, a member of the Vespucian Ojeda crew, gave a different account. In his work Summa de Geografia, he states that they found indigenous people who call themselves the Venezuela. Thus, the name Venezuela may have evolved from the native word.